go, because there's still other champions, even things like the Varus, which we did see get picked up the past 2 days. Even if it's not like an S-tier champion anymore, you still can go towards that lethal tempo on-hit route.
Yep. We'll see. Volibear has been high priority.
We're in uncharted territories on this patch. So we have Volibear. Now the question is, where does RNG answer? I was going to say, I expect jungle. Jungle blind is kind of the safest option. We do have the Graves open. This Nidalee, we hyped it up last time around, and Xiaolongbao is so good on this pick, and it's typically why RNG have this champion banned against them.
Yep. 5th game here for Xiaolongbao. What's going to be partnered up?
The other typical blind would be AD carry, and now it's going to be all about preference, right? RNG could go with something like a Senna, which we've been seeing more of on this patch. You could take the Ezreal away yourself, start building towards a poke.
But Gala hasn't been an Ezreal player.
Yeah, the only other thing I'd say is, again, you just accept the Varus pick. But no, so they are keeping Gala on the late game oriented AD carries and want him to be their insurance policy for later on.
But usually we've seen it partnered up with something to support. Now, IG flaunting it around. But as we saw in the first ban phase of Game 2, it was taking away Baolan's Bard.
Both games. They banned it out both games. They truly respect Baolan's Bard. And again, it's his most played champion this split. He hasn't played that many games, played it 3 times. And now we have some playmaking and pick potential coming out from IG's bot lane. And this is great because we've seen Baolan knows how to roam around the map and, you know, link up with Ning, use that jungle support synergy, make plays. They're not playing for Puff. So this is the type of champion that fits his style so well.
Now, normally I'd criticize this, but the final pick of the first phase means that RNG can ban out the Shy's Quinn, which he's played so many damn times in the LPL.
And they're going to. Like, there's no question in my mind. If they don't ban out Quinn, it makes no sense. I don't particularly like the Quinn too much in this meta because just sticking to full-on side lanes is really hard. But still, no one should let the Shy play Quinn.
There you go. All right, so now that that's off the table, we'll see what the Shy ends up taking into the matchup. But that's going to be their focus, while for IG, Ming's best champion in the Nautilus is the first to go.
Yeah, and again, you would expect RNG to go for support on Force since IG have already picked the Bard. You don't have any real reason to blind mid yet. Leave that counter pick for Xiaohu.
Is there another 80 carry you'd take up there?
Oh, you mean the top lane? I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I was gonna say if you do ban an 80 carry, it'd probably be something like the Lucian, but again, I look at the Shy solo queue quite frequently, and he's not really playing a lot of Lucian right now.
It's a bit of a surprise. But, okay. We've gotten rid of the Mordekaiser, which he's played 2 times in his career. Double support ban for Invictus Gaming, first pick, Lyric. I know we're running with the punches here.
It would fit their comp of, again, you have a lot of champions that want to dive in together onto what IG have drafted, so Renekton jumps in, Kai'Sa jumps in, Set will go in as well. And it is a very Ming-esque champion because after Nautilus, he's played everything about the same. Karma 3 games, Leona 3 games, Thresh 3 games, Set 3 games. So Ming is a man of many talents.
IG have to round out their comp now. Put
I
all
like
cards
this
on the table.
because we just talked about RNG's comp. All just wants to jump into what IG have picked. Emperor's Divide pushing everyone away, giving Rookie and Puff the room to deal the damage. That's great. And look, we don't even have really set lockdown from the side of RNG. It's just Set and Renekton, even Nidalee, just have to run forward. There's no like hard CC or great dash on top of them.
Even this fits into the Azir as well. The Shy, one of his favorites of the past, has been this Gnar.
It's been one of his favorites to split as well. His 4th game on the champion. Actually, 2nd most played now after the Jace.
Got buffed. The hop gives more attack speed.
Yes, it does. And now it's about where does Xiaohu want to go in the middle. I feel like you need to commit to snowball. You need to pick something more early game oriented. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Ooh, wait.
You want a snowball? You're going to roll with it with the Pantheon?
Well, this even makes me wonder. That's what I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if this is mid or support. We could see Set go towards the mid lane, play this wave clear style, and really just hover for the Nidalee. It's what I would expect because right now you're seeing a lot of supports play Pantheon. We talked about this the other week. I've been seeing a lot of supports play not only like Pantheon Kalista, Pantheon Senna, but a lot of Pantheon Kai'Sa as well.
Okay.
Do we commit?
10 seconds to find out.
I mean, Pantheon against Azir does not sound fun. To where at least Set can kind of ignore the Azir, throw out the haymakers, play a non-interactive laning phase, just leaning for his Nidalee.
Mine, here we go.
Yep, so we get
Locked in. All right, so shame I have to ask, but RNG, I mean, there's a bit more global with the Pantheon, but snowballing the lanes seems to be the way to go.
So we'll use the word snowball, but then 2 keywords I want to keep in mind are skirmish and dive. Okay. Because not necessarily dive turrets, but dive onto the back line of IG. Like, a very coordinated jump in of, like Renekton Eing in, maybe Set coming in off a flank, Pantheon ultimate, Kai'Sa going in as well. We need to see the coordination come out for RNG with this composition. And as you talked about, they do have a global, so we're going to have kill pressure in the bot lane very early on. They could find kill spot, then try to transfer that pressure around the map, especially into mid lane.
Kill pressure on the bot.
Whenever you see Pantheon, one thing you need to keep your eye on is this bot lane wants 2v2 kills or their jungle to come gank early.
Ming's done this before. It's RNG and IG. It's game 3 where all punches being laid on out here between the rivals. 2020 summer. I saw the little figurine that time. As we go into game 3, we have our Jayos at the ready. And we have RNG currently sitting at 5-5 here in the LPL. 8-3 for Invictus Gaming. If they win this series, they'll be at 9. The only team at 9 in the LPL. Comes down to this and another rivalry which we get excited about here in the LPL coming to a close.
So I want to set 2 very clear identities early on for these teams.
Please.
In that IG, we look at IG are definitely going to win the scaling battle, so scaling is the keyword for the side of IG. You do have potential to make plays, especially if Balan can get unlocked in that bot lane, and start making roams, trying to affect, whether it's like looking for a Rift Herald play on top side, looking for a Tempered Fate mid with Ning. You have certain options, but you don't necessarily need to do it. You're going to outscale. We talked about the Emperor's Divide especially does a great job of keeping away members like new Xiaolongbao and Xiaohu, so that's there. For RNG, early game snowballing, we've already used the word like dive and skirmish. They need to be able to find a lead, especially through the spot lane.
If Balan walks on in, well, you'll find a bit of damage. One more here as the binding does connect from Balan to send the trade back, but half health already for the bot at level 1.
And then start snowballing this around the map. You have great setup in both top and bot.
Hang on. Sorry, continue.
Because you think about it, right? We have a ton of mixed damage. Actually, all mixed damage because the only AP in your comp is your jungle. So any lane he ganks, he has mixed damage there. You have lockdown in topside, Renekton W into Nidalee Spear. We've actually seen this bot lane combo come out from RNG, not Kai'Sa Pantheon, but yeah, but it was Nidalee Pantheon, right? And we saw a point-and-click W into Spear, guaranteed kill every single time.
The kill threat was insane. I remember.
And the only lane you don't expect him to look towards is mid because you don't have really clear lockdown. You could go, get a bit more trading.
Good trades like you talked about.
You could go flash E from Set into Nidalee Spear, but that's not guaranteed. So I think you have Xiaohu just try to ignore laning phase, right? You're going to get pushed in a bit. You're going to throw out haymakers, try to ignore the lane, and look for plays like we see on our screen right now.
Xiaolongbao heading to the top lane. New is at half health, but his Fury is up and ready, and the Shy's about to go out of Mega. He flashes. It's matched by RNG. The Spear connects, and the Shy will die. First blood over to Xiaolongbao again.
It's as easy as it can be, right? W from the Renekton into the Spear from Nidalee. It's just pretty much a guaranteed kill, and oh, wow. The Shy's TPing back. Huh, well, I was wondering if we'd see New be able to channel a TP right away and then try to force a regank onto the Shy, but not able to do that. The Shy also, again, one of the adaptations we've seen him make is now he does actually buy wards and does put them down right when he returns to lane. Because, as you can see, getting a control ward in the Tri-Brush.
I'm pretty sure he's sick of dying and having his career deaths be greater than his career kills.
He is sick of being memed because the world knows we've memed the Shy quite a bit.
And in this series already, I think we've said a couple of things. So in game 3, he wants to go against that, but will be the first death. And going over to Xiaolongbao, I mean, what we've seen out of the top tier Nidalees in the LPLs, we don't have that supportive build. It's the Lich Bane, Zhonya's Hourglass. Even seeing something crazy like a Rabadon's, we get the full AP Nidalee that'll just take over games. Yeah,
we do typically also, just get the Athenes just for the
we get
heals.
A bit of both.
But that's it, right? You just get that for the heals. And now I want to see if Xiaolongbao will make his way down bot because obviously with Nidalee he does have good terrain scaling. We'll just be able to jump over that wall and find his way into brush. But as we just see, guess what? You look at RNG's comp, it's very telegraphed what it wants to do. We see Balan place down that ward over the wall. Of course, IG do have a control ward.
Ning is coming topside though for New.
Oh, we saw this game 1. It did not look good.
Flash underneath the turret. The Sky Splitter gives the shield. Redemption arc here for IG.
Exactly. We saw this exact same gank in game 1. Ning went down himself, not New. This time is able to make it work. We're sitting 1 for 1 in kills. We're sitting 1 for 1 in series. It's going to be really interesting.
Junglers with both of them here while we're just having a look at Xiao, who take damage mid in the meanwhile.
In very different comps. I would say, again, IG keep going towards they have scaling elements. Ooh, they want to play out team fights. But for RNG, full-on early pressure.
Which is the way these games have been going. Puff narrowly misses out from the damage there. You see the combo out of this bottom lane, and Garlet layers down the W, but we'll have a look at this gank again because it was under turret, and you went too far.
Yep, the Shy kind of baiting him in, honestly, and Ning flashing in, hits the Q, also the Sky Splitter, as you said. Great W coming out in the end to finish it off.
And picks up the kill, also is ahead in the jungle as well due to the nature of the volley bears clear. So Ning feels an early lead here. And gold dead even.
Just to refresh everyone once again, we are in patch 10.14. Ezreal does have a small nerf. Actually, I'd say a pretty sizable nerf, honestly. Saying small. His E cooldown got 3 seconds out at all ranks. Volley Bear also got a nerf, base attack speed nerfed, as well as his W heal in the jungle. So both champions going to be hit just a tad bit. Again, I actually think it's pretty big for Ezreal. We won't see teams, unlike Top Esports and IG, pick it up. I think those will be two of our only ones because those two guys really love Ezreal. Volley Bear will still be a standard pick in this meta, though.
Definitely will be. Hey, we've got some attention top from Ning once again, though.
And remember we talked about with Baolan, right? Moving around the map.
New went forward. Ning just went over a water, and you said Baolan's here as well. New is in so much trouble without a flash. He's just dead. Will take the kill, and a mistake by the RNG top laner is not good.
No, I mean, we said early game. We said snowballing, need an advantage. RNG not necessarily finding that. Sure, a dragon's going to be great, but ultimately, if nothing is happening, that is good for the side of IG.
I mean, IG up about 100 gold, okay? So
I love how Puff just knows his role on this team.
Yep. Lose CS, lose time, as Rookie has found Xiaohu, the set against a wall, but we talked about RNG's proactiveness. IG trying to disengage this one. Sky Splitter going to poke them out as well. And, there's no buff there to take, while Puff is able to return back to lane.
And let's remember, last time we saw this Nidalee Pantheon combo, by this point we already had numerous kills in the bot lane.
Yep.
This time around we have nothing.
We know Pantheon falls off a cliff.
Yeah, Pantheon I feel like in the late game functions like similar to a Lee Sin in the sense that you're just playing a peeling role.
Yeah.
You're just trying, you know, you have the stun, you stand next to your AD carry, you also have your E as well. So, not a great champion in the late game. Does provide a bit of use.
Guess if you had a squishy AD carry that didn't build armor, it'd be better.
At the same time, a 0-2 Renekton going into the late game does not sound like fun.
Yes. As we already talked about, the snowballing effect that needs to come through from RNG and how IG are going to play this game. Well, so far you can see a lot of success up in that top lane for Invictus Gaming. The Shy, despite getting first blooded, up in CS by 15 against New. And Ninja Tabi was picked up by the Renekton as his first back.
It's also incredibly important in that top side because this matchup is also very, again, I like to use the term fragile. Yep. Who can never break out ahead typically will stay ahead the whole rest of the time. Renekton really needs to get ahead to be able to win out in that 1v1 later on. Of course, Gnar will just outright outscale him. So the fact that the Shy got such a big early lead and isn't feeling threatened by the Shy is massive for this Gnar.
We'll also keep good tracking of Xiaolongbao, which I feel like with everything we've talked about in the early game, tracking Xiaolongbao is what IG need to do. Yeah,
and again, they've done a great job of it so far, and now we see IG just committing everyone to the top side for Herald. Actually, look on the minimap, everyone from RG.
Dominus was used. The Shy knows Xiaolongbao's here anyway. New tempting the solo kill. Flash is available. Meganar almost there. He wants to dive. The Turret Bat Ning comes in. Over through the magical journey. New will get the kill, but he's gone too far. Was that worth it, Lyric? You're going to tell me in a second as New might have the healing up. Slice and Dice is available over the wall with the ulti. And Ning wants to give the kill to Puff. It's taken a while. Somebody kill him. And he goes down.
Like, in the end, it was worth in the sense that you also burnt Ning's ult. But that just kind of looked like tilt to me. I mean, very frustrated that he's getting ganked over and over again. Committed so deep to killing the Shy when he knew for sure he would go down too. Now they're going to end up losing out on this Herald. They are still posturing like they want to contest. We see Xiaolongbao coming back up. New does not have TP.
Here comes RNG. Ning and Baolan, the other ones here for now. Rookie's on his way. They pull the Herald out towards topside where Puff is waiting. Xiaohu going head first with only the Bami Cinder. Xiaolongbao is now here. The eye just needs to be hit. It's RNG getting more control. Rookie's ready to head in on him himself.
We either need to see Xiaohu get Puff or Rookie with an ultimate or Ming flash W.
Poke damage coming through from Puff. Xiaolongbao moving into the pit, but the smite was too early. Oh, Xiaolongbao loses the objective, just goes over to Ning easily.
I mean, overall, that's so big for the side of IG, right? They don't need these. They need to take these objectives away from RNG so RNG can't snowball. RNG needed that Herald. The Renekton now feels so useless, and we've set up no kills with this Pantheon thus far. All of our eggs are going into the Gala basket, and just when we look at draft toe-to-toe, right? It doesn't look like Gala's going to be set up to succeed against IG's comp.
If he runs into that back line and there's no one there with him, he's dead.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Well, you can say for sure that RNG, they're on the edge here in game number 3, which is a bit of a, what's the word?
Great job seeing the Shy, just perfectly E away from the slice and dice from New. Always fun to see matchups like this played. Again, it is a matchup that is very back and forth in a sense.
True.
If one can find a solo kill on the other, it is so massive.
As we're at the point in 10 minutes, 11 minutes in the game here, where Ming is getting close towards his ulti. Balan's hit his, which is good disengage tools. The hop away once again. Dominus, the solo kill ready, because Meganar is not available. The Shy walking down to River. He wants to kite this one away. New does not have flash, and Hyper's going to give him the movement speed. New against the Gnar. One more Q for the Boomerang. Auto number 1, auto number 2, and the Shy ready to send out the Q. All he needs is that Boomerang once more. And the hop, Q, dodged by New, and this is the volatility of the matchup, as you said.
Oh, Ezreal!
Here we go, True Shot Barrage! Insult to injury, New now 1 and 4. And we're dragon fighting here. Meanwhile, Ming sent into the middle. IG getting pulled on in. Baolan against the wall. Flashes over, but will die. The dragon was secured by Ning, and IG are fighting in the early game, Lyric. The Shy has ulti. Rather, used it before, excuse me. Xiaohu going to be flashing away from this one. And Dragon was also taken by IG.
I mean, RNG are just falling so far. We have a 1-4 Renekton. We have a 1-4 Renekton. We have no kills on our... Okay, we have 1 kill on our Kai'Sa, but not really anything coming out from our Pantheon. We don't see Nidalee really able to get far ahead. And once again, this feels like one of those things where I've had this with pro players where they fall so far behind themselves, they feel like they need to compensate to get back in the game. Overcompensate.
Xiaolongbao got hit with that ulti. Yeah. Where was the communication?
That is true.
He's saying ulti, True Shot Barrage coming up, move.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Overall, no, that's a great point. I mean, where's the communication? Where's the team mindset at? Because at least you can see from New, it is not there.
Kind of a rendition of how this game 3's gone for RNG. The top side is crumbling, and the Shy's going to facilitate such a different role in the late game.
Exactly, and again, this goes back to players to make like global references to like Huni, to where I'm pretty sure he said this in previous years in interviews, to where he'll fall behind and he feels like he needs to get himself back in the game. He needs to make something happen. He needs to find his own advantage.
Yep.
And it really looks like that's what New feels like he needs to do. Again, you're on the Renekton, so I can understand the pressure of feeling like, I need to make something happen. Oh god, I'm behind. I truly need to get back in this game. But it's just working in favor of IG at this point.
The downside of Renekton, as we've seen, is Rookie doesn't actually get away with the E. A soldier was right in front of him. Xiaolongbao ready for the Javelin toss.
Oh,
here comes the Pantheon ulti. Rookie has no flash as well. Locked down, and finally, RNG's comp doing what it should.
We've been waiting 13 minutes and 29 seconds, but we finally got the play we wanted to see. IG going to get a bit of pressure in the bot side. Not going to be able to take the turret, but at least going to get some plate gold. Ming is coming back around.
See, Justice turret plating expiring as well. So Herald gets the charge. Bit of gold over to this Ezreal, who's already 2-0. Ming going in. True Shot Barrage blocked nicely, but the poke, forward they go, and Ming, what the heck are you doing?
RNG in Game 3 is hysterics. I just don't understand. We've seen this story time and time and time and time again.
And look at how active IG are. Xiaolongbao blast cone denied by Baolan's gorgeous ulti. Even the teleport going to be channeled in, and Nick walks away. That was the set. Who's just going to back away anyway, and we just go back topside because IG across the map are matching pound for pound with RNG.
And remember I said coming into this game, IG are going to drop the training weights, and They're not going to go to an 8K goal deficit this time around. And
put the weights back on.
Once again, we're seeing it, despite the fact that they do go this more scaling-oriented draft, staying even, and mostly from the misplays of RNG, but IG also playing quite well themselves.
I mean, at this point, with the turret going down, IG have a gold lead, but the 80 carry in Puff is so much further ahead than Gala, thanks to the kills.
And who would have... watching... Oh, God.
Oh, new. Oh, new. Okay. Oh, the Shy. He's just going to walk away. But anyway.
The thing is, if the Shy went for it, that's like a normal day at the office for the Shy.
That's true.
That's your typical Tuesday.
He went into Dominus.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
maybe he expected that Ning could potentially be here because
Ning
he
is on
wasn't
his
showing
way
on the
up.
map.
Yeah, and Meganar is coming soon. The Javelin Toss hits, though, into Mega for the help. The Shy is against the wall.
That was so clean.
Not good. Or rather, it was clean from RNG, excuse me. Here comes Ning, though, as the poke eventually does kill him. And New, against the minions, will now die as well.
Like, that was great by Xiaolongbao knowing, like, he couldn't jump in.
True.
The Shy was, of course, going to ult him into the wall, waited it out, baited it out, ends up being a 1-for-1, but...
Xiaohu's pathing here, maybe just a bait in Ning, but Baolan's in as well.
And then Ming, everyone's coming.
Cosmic Binding doesn't connect. Rookie takes the Javelin Toss through the Magical Journey. Baolan ready. Everyone ready to fight once again. And we get a trade of top laners once more.
And this goes back to what I was about to say when... Can you imagine telling people in 2019 that Baolan would come back into the roster
and be better than all this
It'd be
before.
good. Well, even imagine last year where, let's all be honest, we all watched Vici and were hyped for Puff and Southwind. We all thought that they could be a pretty good bot lane.
Yep.
And then Baolan comes in much better than Southwind, synergizes so well with Ning, and really understands what this team needs.
The fade out, though. Let's watch Ming, because he's now cornered against the wall.
And
nice
there we
execution.
go. That's the Baolan we're talking about.
Yeah.
He autoed.
He ulted.
He did ult. Didn't hit. But, you know, it was a zoning ultimate. He throws the ultimate. Ming, I'm sorry, is like, oh, God, I need to walk into Rookie. No good option. All set up by our man playing the Bard.
Early game has just gone down the toilet, it feels like, really, at this point. Because we're moving into a strong mid where IG have a gold lead. They've got the Rift Herald. They've got Dragons available. Now, this one will be taken by RNG, but no! Rookie takes it! Xiaolongbao has Smite. What the heck is RNG doing?
There's no answers, Hysterics. I have no words for what RNG is doing because it doesn't seem like RNG really knows what they're doing. And it's so disappointing. It's so sad to see.
After this series.
Like, game one, early game. RNG were winning 10K game one. Game two, RNG once again get 10K gold lead, cleanly finish the game. This game, RNG just doesn't show up. They go for this draft, which, again, you said we got a ton of LCK fans coming in. They're like, what is this? What is this Renekton, this Pantheon, this Italy? This is horrible. And RNG proving them right. I was excited because RNG typically executes these drafts so well.
Yeah.
These are typically the ones RNG does best.
We've seen the early game through multiple drafts from RNG so far, right? And we expect the comp that is designed to play the early game better would enhance the already great-looking RNG. Yeah, but opposite, apparently, so they need to go back to the drafts that aren't all in.
The one thing that this also does show, though, is RNG have always done better when Xiaohu's on a pick that can influence... Ooh.
Hang on, we have to pause as usual with this series. Is Xiaolongbao ready for the Javelin Toss? 3 people are here. Needs to go into Mega now, you're right, and he has the ulti. Can Xiaolongbao dodge this one? Is into Mega. Sends him against the wall. That was not the greatest, but the Shy now an angry dinosaur walking against Turret, the Haymaker to get the kill. And RNG, meanwhile, losing their turret at the cost of the Shy's life. They will look for bottom in the meantime, but Inner being pressured.
Oh!
Kevin Fade actually getting onto Ming. Ning coming in. Ning versus Ming, old buddies. And against the wall with the Pantheon as Baolan will die. Rookie's ignited. Will he die himself? Yes, Gala even flashes over the wall, but Puff and Ning match. And this game is getting messy. I love it.
Oh, New looking for something cheeky.
He doesn't have Dominus, but he wants Puff. Flashes away immediately. Xiaohu ready to chase too. They want to take this. It's Invictus Gaming. You know they want to fight.
I also feel like they could win this, honestly.
Yeah? Okay.
I mean...
A 5-0 Ezreal would probably do damage.
Is New a champion at this point in the game?
That's also true.
But, I feel like, oh
no.
God,
Xiaolong Bao, arcade shift. He just got dunked. Here comes Ming, but I don't think Ming wants to be here. Shield goes up, teleport in the back line. This is LPL. True shot barrage misses, but you know what? Rookie will not. In against with the shield. Ming dies. Puff has 7 kills. RNG, say goodnight.
And I just need to say it once again. We are the funnest league to watch in the world.
Without a
What
doubt.
is even going on? Just non-stop action. someone's coming in, someone's going out. Non-stop fights, non-stop kills. But ultimately, IG are working their way up to that 9-3 scoring. Like you said, the first team to hit the 9 series score mark.
Which should be guaranteed for playoffs, all things considered, right?
Yep, give that context once again.
Not confirmed at the moment in spring. Well, not at the moment. You know what I'm saying? 2020 spring, 9 was the cutoff point. 9 was the guarantee for playoffs. So
8 wins was our 8th seed coming in.
Yep.
So IG going to look quite good.
But this was interesting.
This is like I said, right? They're so far ahead. New especially so far behind. Even Ming, right? Ming's not much of a champion at this point. He's pretty much a CC bot. So comes in. Puff does a ton of damage. Puff is also so far ahead, you know, to the opposite side of that. Rookie TP's in, has the damage. They finish him off. And
Rookie doesn't get the kills, though, because it's all about Puff.
No, I mean, and the thing is, look at kill participation. Rookie's only been involved in 4.
Yep.
Puff has been involved in 8. This has been all about Puff and Ning. This has been the Puff and Ning show, which who would have believed that weeks ago?
We've been critical of Puff in the past, right? Where we talk about him as an AD carry and his playstyle in IG.
But this is also why Puff thrives on Ezreal despite it being nerfed, because let's also remember, this has not really been Puff being aggressive.
Yep.
It's been RNG funneling into Puff and Puff just playing really well at, you know, ing around that, outplaying those engages. That's where Puff thrives. Puff doesn't want to go forward. Puff wants to go backwards. If he can kite out, he will play quite well.
Wants you to come to him. And
Exactly.
RNG have been trying to get to him the whole game long. 3 items down with Blade of the Wrong King and Baolan threatening with the ulti on Xiaolong Bao. Now, the Tempered Fate is down in the face of this Baron, but IG have other plans. They got an Ocean Dragon in 30 seconds. Oh no, Ocean on an Azir and Ezreal. And a Gnar.
On a volley bear, too. On
everyone.
anything.
And you know what? Magical Journey onto Xiaohu. He's going to be poked down. Haymaker flash with the Facebreaker, but no one's here. Sent back into the team. Gnar against the wall. And the Shy only needs one good ulti in the face of RNG, who should be strong now. Gala trying his heart out, but this one was in the bin a while ago. It only became reality as the ace comes through.
And Game 3's just been all IG. Again, the Game 1 and Game 2 gold deficits, those were just training in preparation for this game. This should be a guaranteed inhibitor as well as that Ocean Drake like you talked about.
If death timers were longer, this would be the game right here, but it's 22 minutes in, a 6k gold lead. Ocean being taken by Ning. And everything coming up Millhouse for Invictus Gaming.
And this has been a rough one to watch for RNG fans out there because
they're just like, it's a day in the office.
Well, exactly, because, and again, coming into this day, I was the only one who predicted RNG to win this series because every series we get a game, or again, a series in their last one was a win, where, or at least one before Suning, where they come out ahead. Yeah. We see here, Xiaohu gets engaged on, really doesn't have any good options. Woo! IG's comp relative to what RNG have is just so far ahead at this point. There's the massive Gnar ult that you talked about, and very easy for IG to just finish this fight off with how tanky the Shy and Ning are. And it doesn't even matter that the 2 carries went down in the end, because again, Ning and the Shy just have so much more gold. Even the Shy has a ton of damage, right? He went to Blade of the Rune King, has the Black Cleaver.
True. I feel sorry for Gala. I mean, Gala is the person who has to clean up these kills, and Gala's in such a difficult position. What are your thoughts?
The problem with that is this team, there's something like systematically wrong with RNG.
Okay. Hang on, let's pause. We'll find out what that is later. Ming has ulted in to maybe die in a second. He flashes over the wall. Now in a numbers disadvantage as IG channel on through. Baolan's ulti almost locks down Rookie, who gets stopped midway. Empress divide against wall, and RNG actually get the Azir. But meanwhile on the backside, they have to worry about Puff, who's running forward, flashes forward. Arcane shifts everywhere with a nice little Q. Keep giving gold over to Puff because RNG are not going to be able to deal with him anymore.
IG can just end.
Forward they go. Ming is trying to delay them. But you know what? IG don't want to end. They want the kills. Ming is actually just going to die to Baolan and the Wolves.
Now they're just going to do Baron. Again, we're gonna get a Baron. We're going to get a reset. We're going to get a Baron push. And this game's been done and dusted for a while.
It has, but it is fun to cast this.
It is. It is really exciting. And again, I want to go back to the point that RNG is just such a hard team to nail down what their issues are. Because again, you see so many games like Game 2 of this series. You see so many. Yeah. There's so many this split and this season. But again, at the end of the day, if they're not able to close out the series, it doesn't mean anything.
What this team needs is a strong voice.
Yes.
Leadership.
Yes.
What did Uzi provide apart from individual skill? Leadership and a strong voice.
Get in there.
You know what?
Get in there.
You know what? Headsets off.
But here we go. I mean, IG are ahead. They go for this fight. They do kill Rookie at first. Things look kind of promising if you think there's a chance, but realistically there isn't. Puff ease forward. He also flashes forward. We do see News able to finish off the Shy in the back, but again, IG get Baron, and IG are going to move forward.
8K gold lead with Baron, putting the nail in this coffin. Has never been so easy. They've been dead the whole game.
We need like the old CSGO way of where you can have your coaches in comms.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what RNG need. RNG needs someone just helping be a strong voice, give some guidance. And again, sure, you could criticize this draft. That would be fine, but at least the draft has a clear identity. Whether it's good or bad is not something I will judge, but
it fits into the game plan that RNG employed in both Game 1 and 2.
We've seen them do this time and time again. The only thing I don't necessarily like about it is Xiaohu on set for the purpose that it does feel like Xiaohu needs to be on something that can provide an impact to where...
Agreed. Uh-oh. Hang on, I think the game's just going to end
here.
The game's
just going to end.
We're going to have a conversation later because News at half health with the Shy hitting backline. About to go Mega again, and with the Baron buff, a broken inhibitor, both bot and mid. IG want to put the finishing touches on, and every time this matchup comes through, it feels like RNG step one up, but in Game 3 they've been dismantled as Gala goes to his death. It's a flank from many angles for RNG, but it's their base that's about to crumble as Min goes down anyway. Puffs at full health, Xiao getting poked down, the Nexus exposed, and Invictus Gaming will move to the top of the standings in front of their old nemesis in Royal Never Give Up.
And IG somehow pull through, we're going to say, being down 20,000 gold throughout this series to coming out with a 2-1 victory, and Rookie